Eighth inning of game one, 6-1. Brewers trailed 1-0 after an inning and a half. Milwaukee has done all the scoring since. As a new left-hander is into the game and newly active for this round, Xavier Cedeno.
Cutters and curveballs.
Be a good name for your second book.
That's what he's hoping to utilize. Natural cutting action and a good change of speeds curveball.
0-2 the count on Grandal, who I'm sure can't wait to flush this one and go to work tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, hit the reset button. Game one in a best of 7. So much different than a game one in a best of 5, which both these teams recently were able to win.
That's foul.
They're important, but in a best of 7, you have a hiccup or two you're allowed. And if you feel like you're the better team, or you feel like you haven't played to the best of your abilities, you have that much time to make it up. Whereas in a best of 5, it's more of a flip of coin. It really is, than the best of 7.
So the Dodgers won't go back to their hotel and cry themselves to sleep.
No, not at all.
Fans get upset. Fans get upset at announcers. I don't know if you found that out.
Oh my gosh, have I found that out?
Yeah, it's our fault. Obviously, we're always rooting for the other side. That's the postseason way. But putting that aside, players don't think like fans.
No.
They have control over what's going to happen. Here's a base hit into left, and Grandal is trying to get a jump start on having better thoughts about this series with a leadoff hit here in the 8th inning. Tomorrow's probables, Wade Miley, who has had 2 really good starts against the Dodgers this season alone, veteran left-hander, against Hyunjin Ryu, who was tremendous in game 1 of the division series.
He's been a hot starter the last 3 weeks for the Dodgers, and an abbreviated season due to some injuries for Miley, but he has been a hot starter for the Brewers of late.
By the way, 3:30 with the pregame tomorrow with Kevin and the guys Eastern time. 2:30 Mountain time. No, 1:30 Mountain time. 2:30 here. Now I'm right with you. It's been a long 24 hours. Just throw that out. First pitch is down for a ball. Jack Peterson, his first at bat of the night. 2-0. This is a 5-run game. It has the feeling of more than a 5-run game. This is a Dodger team that can put up runs fast.
Absolutely.
I just don't think this game is over.
No, and look, when you've got a lineup like this, all you need is base runners and then one big swing.
That was a big swing, but Peterson out in front of it pulls it foul for strike 1.
Guys like Peterson have come a long way and really developed. Dave Roberts will talk about his maturity. His postseason last year was fantastic, and just the ability that he has now to put more of the bat to the ball. A high swing and miss, home run hitting guy, but now he battles and stays in there longer with better bat control.
Yeah, he's matured, there's no doubt, as a hitter. Waits for the 2-1, takes low, 3-1.
That would have been 2 years ago an automatic swing. That's the difference. He'd have been hunting, chasing, trying to make something happen. But now he's bought into Turner Ward and just the philosophies of not expanding the zone. Let him come to you. Look in one area. If you get it, let it go.
3-1. Not hard hit. The put on the tag and no double play. Arcia made that play. Was thinking to, but had to make sure he got one, and he did on the tag of Grandal. It'll go down as a fielder's choice 6 unassisted. Running is Peterson, and walking to the mound is Craig Counsell. That'll be it for Cedeno. The lefty gave up the leadoff hit, then got the out after falling behind. Joakim Soria coming in. 2 perfect innings with 4 strikeouts and homer as a left-handed batter off Clayton Kershaw to, at the time, tie the game.
Amazing.
Amazing. Here's Soria. There's more to it statistically for Brandon Woodruff as Taylor faces Soria, who misses outside ball 1. Chris Taylor 1 for 3, had one of the 2 hits against Josh Hader. It came in the 6th. Hader was great. That's his 2nd hit of the night. And it gets a little more tense here in the 8th inning in Milwaukee. Just a final note about that home run by Brandon Woodruff. He had the fewest number of regular season at bats, 18, before he hit his first postseason home run for any player, not just a pitcher, any player.
Well, he showed us that without those numbers of at bats, and he knew what he was doing. He looked the part, and he delivered. For Soria is a veteran guy that doesn't really rely on velocity. He creates a lot of spin on his pitches, so his fastball is going to have a lot of spin. Breaking ball, same thing. He's going to pitch to quadrants and not just rear back and throw it like a lot of guys that have that stuff.
Well, here's opportunity for the Dodgers. They have Justin Turner up. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Injured to start the year. He hit 14 home runs. Then Muncy on deck. Muncy has hit a total of 37 home runs this season, including the postseason. Then Machado. 2 on, 1 out, and an 0-1 count on Justin Turner. 0-2. The 6'3", 200-pound right-hander, 34 years old, is Joakim Soria. He's been a closer. Started with Kansas City, then with Texas, the Tigers, the Pirates, back to Kansas City, the White Sox. Now the Brewers, account stays 0-2 as Turner spoiled it.
Well, Turner has certainly faced some velocity leading up to this at bat, and rare to see him swing and miss as much as he has in this game already. But I guess when you're dealing with a freak and Josh Hader, it's a little different discussion.
Runners at first and second, 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Spoiled it. That was a good piece of hitting by Turner. He was fooled.
Changes arm angle and comes in with the lower 3/4 breaking ball. See the spin.
Soria's been on and off the disabled list. He's had Tommy John surgery. He's had rotator cuff issues. He's fought his way back. He's right in the middle of it here with his new team, the Brewers, in the 8th. Two on, 1 out, another foul. That's 3 in a row.
Turner, another guy, won't miss a pitch, middle in fastball. May up, might be a little vulnerable up, but he's spoiling these pitches away.
Counsell back on the phone to the bullpen.
Might be the most important piece of equipment in the Brewers.
And strike 3 over the outside. side corner, and Turner didn't agree. 2 out. As Turner strikes out for the 3rd straight time.
Well, he's going to have a little beef when he goes back and checks that. He's going to know that was outside.
Turner was right in the argument. Can't believe it. But called out, and a big out. Now it's Muncy. He struck out twice tonight. Took over for Freeze back in the 4th, strike 1.
Everybody has so much information. You know the strengths and weaknesses of every player nowadays. The information is right there. It's up to you to execute. They've stayed away from that spot that Muncy loves. They've taken that away. And again, he had to come in the game and face Hader. But away, away, away is what you're trying to do.
Pena tried to frame that. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Because if it's in, it has to be way in. That inner 3rd part of the plate he has owned with the home run.
There's a non-roster invitee to spring training, Max Muncy. +35 home runs later. +2 in the postseason. Here he sits. He can make it a 2-run game. Strike 2.
Soria got away with one there. He missed his spot. A 4-seam backspin.
Scooped up by Pena, who throws down to second. Peterson gets back. Arcia was behind the bag anyway, and the count 2-2. Full count, and the runners will go. Soria pitched in all 3 games of the division series. Into game 1 of the NLCS as Muncy fights it off.
This will be a good meeting right here at the mound. Soria will change his arm angles on the fastball right there. He dropped down a little bit and rode it up and in.
Soria was having a good year with the White Sox. 16 saves, ERA of 2.5. Picked up in the final week of July to add to the weapons in the bullpen for Craig Counsell. They have Knebel and Jeffress, 2 other right-handers down there capable of getting big outs, getting saves. Runners take off. Bases are loaded. And now Manny Machado will hit, and with 1 swing could make it a 1-run game. here comes Craig Counsell. Soria got one out with a strikeout of Turner. Gave up a hit, a walk. The bases are loaded. Jeffress coming in. Machado coming up. Drama in Milwaukee. Well, Manny Machado will walk to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 out in a 5-run game in the 8th inning of this NLCS. And Jeremy Jeffress, see that great ERA of 1.29. He won 8 games out of the pen. Had a save during the division series, pitched in all 3 games, and he is pumped up, focused, ready to go.
I definitely am not throwing a fastball first pitch to Manny. I would still prey on his aggressiveness and throw the secondary pitches that he thinks he can throw close enough that looks like a strike, and see if he can entice an early swing.
Double switch. Kratz takes over behind the plate, and you called it. Good pitch from Jeffress for strike 1. Kratz comes in. He's batting 9th. Pitchers in the 7th spot. But that's for later. Right now it's Jeffress and Machado, with Kratz giving the signs. Strike 2. And Machado didn't agree.
Well, not where he wanted it, but he got away with 2 high breaking balls, and now has put Machado really in a tough spot, because there's not much he could do with that, as late as it was, and caught the top half of the strike zone.
Nothing and 2 on Machado. Homered back in the 2nd. Able to lay off that pitch. 66 games with the Dodgers after being traded to LA during the All-Star break. After the All-Star game, he hit 273, 13 home runs, now 3 more in the postseason. Maybe an overthrow there to run the count even 2-2.
Yeah, and you know, this situation here, you still, as the pitcher, you'd love to make your action pitch be right here. You really don't want to go to 3-2, but with the lead, you still have 2 pitches right here to get Manny Machado to chase. And if you're Manny, you got to trust your hands and trust the spot you're going to see, and then let it go.
The fiery right-hander ready on 2-2. Off the end of the bat into left field. 1 run scores, and here comes another. Taylor comes to the plate, and this is a 3-run game in the 8th. Machado has driven in all 3.
Well, that time he didn't get away with the higher breaking ball, and Machado did a nice job of not overstriding or swinging too hard and putting the ball in play. Here's the ball that comes out of the side of his hand. That's the breaking ball that he got some strike calls early. And you can see sometimes that's all it takes. Contact better than launch.
And now the inning is in the lap of Matt Kemp. 1 for 3 tonight. 2 on, 2 out, ground ball, left side, base hit. That'll bring Muncy to the plate. Going first to third is Machado, and the Dodgers are down by 2. It's been a 3-pitcher inning for Milwaukee. The tying run is now at first as Kemp delivers a big moment for his Dodgers.
Simple swing for Kemp. Found a ball he likes. Again, not trying to do too much, not trying to one swing it. Now Puig will be at the plate, and Puig's numbers against right-handers this year has been outstanding. But coming off the bench will be interesting to see his approach towards Jeffress.
Puig is batting here for Urias, who went 1 inning, allowed a run on 2 hits. The home run by Aguilar looms large right now. Runners at first and third for Puig. 267 during the regular season, 23 home runs, 3 for 9. In the division series as Knebel, the right-hander, gets loose. Go-ahead run at the plate. Ball 1 outside. It's been a 3-run 8th. 1-run charge to Cedeno, 2 to Soria. Here's a 1-0 to Puig. Ball and a strike.
Well, with Puig, the Brewers employ a tremendous shift. I mean, that is walk the baseball to right there, and it's an automatic hit. Nobody in that spot, but they're banking on Puig, trying to pull the ball into the shift.
Aguilar holds against Kemp. Strike 2.
There's your spray chart on Puig, and they move the second baseman over just a little bit now with 2 strikes. Protect a little bit against that area.
Two and 2. Yasiel during the season in close and late situations hit .311 with 4 homers, 9 RBIs, 7th inning or later. We're in the 8th. He's got a run sitting at third. Runner on at first, 2 out, and a 2-2 count in a 2-run game.
It's rare he will swing up or elevate up. He'll swing down more than up. He's become more disciplined this year in that area.
Jeffress. Got it. And the inning is over. A 3-run 8th inning for the Dodgers. The Dodgers leave 2 on, have stranded 5, trail by 2 after 7 1/2.